Hölgyeim és uraim, elsőként érkezik a ringbe. Arriving first to the ring, representing HCW, a Falkovezér Renegade!
Here in Sopron in Hungary, what awaits us is, well, let's say an absolutely massive clash in this joint show between HCW Legacy and TeamPWÖ Pro Wrestling Austria. 5-on-5 elimination between TeamHCW and TeamPWÖ. And leading TeamHCW, the captain, HCW's director, Renegade.
Másodikként érkezik a ringbe, egyenesen Svédországból. From Sweden, a svéd szupermodell, Swedberg!
And alongside Renegade, his former tag team partner, Swedberg, the Swedish supermodel, and clearly things still alright between the two. However, only 2 of the 5
Harmadikként és negyedikként érkezzen a ringbe. Két tenger gőzkalózva, Blake Steamer és a magyar szobolyai tag, Ozzy Spencer, a szakállas gazfickók, The Williams!
Hey, talk about tag teams. How about a former HCW tag team champions in the Villains? Blake Steamer on the left with the Davy Jones mask and his partner, Ozzy Spencer. Haven't had the best of form of late. However, this match could definitely be the step back in the right direction, especially towards those HCW Tag Team Championship.
És végül ötödikként érkezik a ringbe. A HCW reprezentálásában, representing HCW, BT!
And tonight here in Sopron, a night of returns. BT, former HCW champion and a man who has a lot of history with his team captain with Renegade, finally makes his return. Clearly not lacking anything on the, at least let's say, confidence. Self-assured as ever. However, let's see if that might bite him in the backside in this match. He'll have a lot of support in his return, not just from the fans, but also from his teammates.
Representing Pro Wrestling History, Team Turbulence!
And I think it might be a wild ride for Team HCW because there's a lot of turbulence setting in. Namely, Team Turbulence, Tommy Tornado, and Tommy Torpedo.
Harmadikként és negyedikként érkezik a csapatukba. Arriving third and fourth, Curtis Black and Barbarossa, the Tribe of Wrath!
And when I spoke about the Villains, I mentioned the HCW Tag Team Championships. Well, there are your champions.
És végül, and for final, representing Team Wrestling Österreich, for number 5, ladies and gentlemen, Martin Payne! They are representing Austria Pro Wrestling Österreich!
And there we go, the captain for TeamPWÖ, and namely, the PWÖ Openweight champion himself, Martin Payne. Some of the best that Austria has to offer, and some of the best that Hungary has to offer. This will be an absolute war. You see there, the team captain waving that Austrian flag. I will say, they seem like an absolutely well-oiled machine. One person whose job I definitely am happy I don't have to do, Christoph Eleni, our referee. You see him there in the middle, trying to make sure that this match doesn't break out into absolute chaos right at the beginning of things, especially with that many egos in that ring. The fans here in Hungary clearly behind their home promotion, HCW. This will be a very, very interesting match. Not just off of all the faces, and especially all the bodies in the ring, but also because of a lot of, let's say, the background information. We know BT has finally made his return. We saw the, let's say, the obscene motion towards Haus Antal on commentary. Well, BT made his return in a hardcore match where he defeated Antal back in March at HCW Vendetta 2025. That was also the event where the Tribe of Wrath became HCW Tag Team Champions. That referee, Christoph Eleni, begins the match, and it looks like the team captains are the ones that are most eager to get in there. See there, Renegade for Team HCW, and Martin Payne, the openweight champion, the PWÖ openweight champion, on the call for Team PWÖ. Collar and elbow tie-up to begin things, and Martin Payne, a mainstay over in Austria. He won that PWÖ Openweight Championship by defeating Robert Dreisker in April of 2024, and that's over a year now. He's had some very major title defenses against some of Europe's finest wrestlers, including the likes of Metehan, of Marius Alani, Axel the Axeman Tischer, and Ricky Sky. Looks like he's going to extend that dominance to this match here. First bit of offense in this match, going for Team PWÖ, namely its captain, Martin Payne. Renegade now, using that massive size, tosses Payne into those ropes, and he might as well run into a wall. Their Team Turbulence firing up their team captain, but you can fire them up all you want. If you run headfirst into a wall, I'm pretty sure the wall's gonna win. And those are some sturdy bricks there in the form of Renegade. Overhand shot right onto the chest of Martin Payne. Elimination rules, of course, in this match. As now, maybe we see the first elimination following that suplex here, but a very energetic kick out from Martin Payne. You're going to need to put a little more punishment. See there in that headlock position, Martin Payne does a good job of creating that separation and finds the tag, the first tag of this match. And maybe, I think, that tag might be made regretfully in this position. Tommy Torpedo, the legal man. The tag now to Swedberg, and you see Renegade and Swedberg definitely still on the same page here. Wonderfully done there with that elbow drop into the cover here, maybe to eliminate Torpedo, but the kick out comes in. Torpedo tag now to his partner, Tommy Tornado. It looks like the Turbulence might be on the wrong foot, so to speak. Tag now onto BT, who will be looking to regain all that momentum, all that confidence that he had before he had to go on hiatus as a kick out here from Tommy Tornado. Turbulence, a very well-established team in Austria. You could even say one of the most dominant and one of the most well-oiled machines when it comes to tag team wrestling out of Austria. You talk about dominant, one half of the HCW tag team champions, Barbosa. BT finds a tag to Ozzy Spencer. And especially here in this match, with the Villains on the charge towards those HCW tag team championships, towards trying to get back on track. If they were to pin and eliminate anyone of the, oh goodness. Spencer now. Okay, definitely make an argument for them on the charge back towards those HCW championships. If they can pin one of the champions, or maybe even both of them. Blake Steamer face to face with Barbosa. Caught between both villains. Double chop and right back into that back elbow. Springboard off of his own partner. And Steamer. That's that veterancy, sending him in for one more blow here, and then a cover to kick out. Tag now onto Swedberg. Swedberg ducks under, and oh, caught off from behind. Barbosa gets that power slam and tags in the man that gave him the assist right there, his tag team partner, Curtis Black. Looks like Swedberg is in quite a bit of a tough spot here. My God, that spot's getting tougher and tougher. What a chop there from Curtis Black. Swedberg reaching out. You see that Curtis Black playing mind games with TeamHCW. Of course, as I mentioned, Renegade and Swedberg, former tag team partners. They've chosen to, let's say, put things on pause. As now the cover comes in here and a kick out from Swedberg. Both men eyeing victory in the upcoming September 6th Rumble for HCW. And for that, they've decided to put their partnership on hold for a bit. It looks like Team Turbulence looking to put Swedberg out here. Cover, potentially, maybe out, but the shoulder comes up. As Tommy Torpedo, let's say with a few protests toward referee Christoph Fileni, sends Swedberg into that corner. So far, wonderfully done here by TeamPWÖ. Ever since they gained control, they've done their best to keep that control. Fans here in Sopron chanting for HCW as Swedberg, so they're extending his arm out, trying to find a tag. And again, those demoralizing tactics and efforts from the Austrian team weaken the resolve of TeamHCW as they work over Svedberg. Openweight champion now in control. Svedberg trying to fight his way out into those ropes, comes back and gets caught with a vicious back elbow. Svedberg lifted up over the shoulder. Could be very dangerous here as now, what a running power slam. You saw there that impact onto the spine. I don't think Svedberg can kick out here. It's over. It's, oh no, kick out. Just barely, and you saw there he jumped up like a man possessed. Might have been instinct and nothing more. But I'm sure that even that instinct is about to be beaten out of him as Martin Payne and Curtis Black kick him there in the corner. Martin Payne trying to intimidate referee Christoph Villani. I'd be careful there with the patience of our referee. Atomic drop into the boot here is now the Tribe of Wrath, giving nothing but wrath to Svedberg into the cover, and again a kick out. TeamPWÖ has worked over Svedberg for quite a while. You notice there those kickouts coming in with less and less energy, less and less resolve. Stamina might be waning. Definitely endurance after that chop as you see Svedberg trying to push him off as best he can. Side effect from Svedberg. And maybe the worst side effect for PWÖ is that now he might find the tag instead. Here comes Curtis Black. See, they're trying to take out and managing to at least take out a couple of TeamHCW. See there now, Renegade and BT trying to come in, and in that time, TeamPWÖ punishing Svedberg, all five of them. Referee Christoph Villani has to keep control of this match. And I think maybe the frustration, the anger, the mind games are trying to get to TeamHCW. They definitely did no favors here for Svedberg in that position. Still valiantly trying to fight back. But it's 1 against 5 here. Svedberg going right under. Curtis Black rushing in, wonderfully dodged, and now a tag onto Steamer. Blake Steamer coming in now, the fresh man for HCW. Shotgun drop kick. Lifted up. Curtis Black throws him down. Blake Steamer into those ropes, comes right back here around, and what a DDT, spiking him on the head. We'll get on the cover. Steamer. Two taken away with the excitement, I think, if anything, maybe. He doesn't see it. Wait, hold on. Wait, Svedberg. Wait, you're the least fresh man in here. Why'd you tag yourself in? I think Svedberg, a little overexcited at tag there, as Steamer was looking to put Curtis Black away. And now it's Team Turbulence coming in. A rough landing. Cover here, and Svedberg is eliminated. Well, I'll call this an absolutely unnecessary elimination. Clearly, TeamPWÖ on the same page. You see there, Tommy Torpedo celebrating a little too long. His partner, Tommy Tornado, saw Renegade rush in, tried to warn him, but a little too late. Is now Renegade going off. Waistlock position, a German suplex from the HCW director. Blow there, blocked. And now Northern Light suplex into the cover here. The cover, but there comes that interruption. The tag is stopped by Tommy Tornado. Well, BT coming in here now to help Renegade. This match is slowly breaking apart. You see the referee Christoph Villani trying to gain back control. Team Turbulence now sending Renegade into the ropes, and Renegade flying through. taking out the entirety of TeamPWÖ. I think after Svedberg got eliminated, might have lit something in Renegade. On that anger, going to send Tommy Torpedo right to Hell Dorado. Hell Dorado connects into the cover to even the score here.
Tommy Torpedo kiesett.
Tommy Torpedo has just been eliminated. And now the score is 4-4. Or at least 4-on-4. Is now Tommy Tornado coming in. Maybe he can also avenge his tag team partner. I will say that elimination was fully the work of Renegade. And even in that moment, many flashes of good teamwork from TeamPWÖ is now Renegade. On the run he's on, he might end up eliminating all of TeamPWÖ single-handedly. It looks like Tommy Tornado about to suffer the same fight. Hold on a sec! Hold on a second! That's Jabo! With the HCW champion! Who comes up from behind and smacks Svedberg with that chair. Renegade now going after the HCW champion. Hold on. Our security coming in, trying to stop him. He's looking to send him on Hell Dorado off of that stage. Absolute chaos is breaking out. Renegade has to get back into the ring.
Renegade kiszámolás miatt kiesett.
Well, that whole time, Christoph Fellaini, rightly so, counting. And Renegade was far too focused on Thomas Sabo. Well, Renegade has been eliminated, and in that meantime, you saw there the cheap shot coming in from TeamPWÖ onto TeamHCW. Clear disappointment here from Renegade, but understandably so. TeamHCW in a heap of trouble thus far. Renegade, I'll say the MVP of their team thus far. Not to mention team captain. I think Renegade is more disappointed in himself than anything, and now it's going to be 4-on-3. As Tommy Tornado going to work against Blake Steamer, and you notice that cheap shot from TeamPWÖ has definitely left its effect. However, the captain, well, his ship might have just sunk here into the cover here, but a kick out. The shoulder comes up from Blake Steamers. Again, another attempt from Tommy Tornado. Steamer trying to fight back. Chop there against Tommy Tornado. Tag now onto his partner. The Villains are going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting alongside BT to overcome this numbers advantage. And Ozzy, what a Samoan drop into the cover here, staying right on top of things. Fighting and clawing their way back, equalizing once more. Here comes Curtis Black now. Team Turbulence has been fully eliminated. Ozzy looking for another Samoan drop, instead sent into the corner. And Ozzy, I think it might be a key player here now. The big man is the only, let's say, power left. The only powerhouse left on the team with Renegade being out. Fighting off TeamPWÖ single-handedly. Cross-body now onto the tag to his partner. Blake Steamer coming in with that lung blower. Maybe for the second time. About to shipwreck one half of the HCW Tag Team Champions. Ozzy sent belly first into Steamer. Curtis Black sending Steamer into that corner. Takes BT out. Barbosa now. Oh, setting up the Tribe of Wrath. About to take down Blake Steamer. The Doomsday's device exploding. Curtis Black into the cover. Make it 3 on 2.
Blake Steamer kiesett.
My goodness, you have to wonder if the miscommunication that is running rampant within Team HCW, maybe the cause for how badly things are going. You see there, well, Spencer trying to console his partner. Steamer clearly too frustrated, doesn't want any of it. And now as Spencer's coming into the ring, Curtis Black uses those ropes. Kicks him straight onto the inner thigh of Ozzy. There's no way. Barbosa, you can try to lift all you want. That's way too much weight. And you see that pain and Curtis Black trying to help get the big man up on his shoulders. That's a coconut cracker right there. As Ozzy lands all the weight on top of Barbosa. Barbosa lifted up. Might have him here. Oh, hold on, a super kick coming in. And with that super kick, Days rolled up. Spencer's eliminated.
Ozzy Spencer kiesett.
And again, I think maybe a Steamer not even waiting for his partner, just leaving. A cavalcade of miscommunication for Team HCW, beginning with Svedberg tagging himself in. And then that miscommunication between the villains. And I think Steamer's reaction might have led to Ozzy trying to take things on all on his own. The end result, BT, who before Vendetta was gone for 2 years, now having to go into this trial by fire. BT, a little bit of sweat, a little bit of spit and elbow grease coming in, fighting off the TeamPWÖ Openweight champion, the HCW Tag Team champions. But the numbers game is too much, valiantly trying to fight them off for Team HCW. But this isn't a match anymore, now it's a mugging. The Tribe of Wrath and Martin Payne putting the boots to BT. Rushing in is Barbarossa. You see there, BT is taking quite a beating so far in this match, and all the cheap shots as well. Even when he's on that apron, he hasn't had time to be fresh, to rest, and through, let's say, all the miscommunication and the fact that TeamPWÖ has been such a well-oiled machine, as I've said multiple times, all 3 men have been regularly tagging in and out, staying fresh, and keeping control of this match. That dominance has left HCW with a sole man, that is BT. He's definitely running out of steam very quickly. Tag now to the openweight champion of TeamPWÖ, to Martin Payne. See there, BT trying to dodge away, trying to move out of the way. Payne trying to control him down on that ground, lifts him up, brings those shoulders into the sternum. Martin Payne has him up. BT trying to hold on to those ropes, but he's too faint, too weak. As Martin Payne, well, let's say parading the former HCW champion, maybe a little too confident, is the man from Austria. BT fighting back, those blows coming in slow. With all the power he can still muster. But that power will not be enough. And with that cover for TeamPWÖ, a kick out by BT. Could have had him, but you see there, Martin Payne in no rush. He knows he has the upper hand. Well, BT finds an enziguri this time. Martin Payne taking out tagging out of Barbosa, and you saw there BT. His first instinct was to look at his own corner, but all four of his partners are gone. Barbarossa now finds the actual tag. We're making sure BT gets as little time as possible. And now, maybe for the second time, the Tribe of Wrath going to take him out. Hold on, it looks like Curtis Black was too focused. Curtis Black too focused on one of the fans. He didn't realize BT was fighting back. Barbarossa covered, and BT manages to eliminate Barbarossa. Absolutely blindsided the HCW Tag Team Champions. And Curtis Black, who was dropped onto that corner, is now vulnerable. BT, I was about to say with a ton of energy all of a sudden. Maybe through adrenaline. Through nothing more than pure adrenaline. He's just eliminated both champions. And that's that sudden acceleration of BT's that made him HCW champion once upon a time. 3 in a row, a night of miracles, but a kick out from Martin Payne. Payne coming in with a boot there. Clubbing blow to the back. What a chop here from Martin Payne. Second chop coming in. Hold on, BT. Unshaken. BT. We've seen this from him so often in the past. When he gets into that flow, when he gets into that tunnel. BT trying to stay on top of Martin Payne, but he uses those ropes, weakening the arm. And now Martin Payne coming right in. Death Valley driver. And Martin Payne with a cover to save it for TeamPWÖ.
Mivel mértékésed, hölgyeim és uraim, a mérkőzés győztesei, the winner of the match, Martin Payne, Team Turbulence, Tribe of Wrath, representing Pro Wrestling Österreich.
And Pro Wrestling Österreich came right into the home of HCW and flipped the table. An absolutely dominant display from TeamPWÖ. It came down to the wire, but only through some incredible effort, some incredible work from both BT and Renegade. In the end, an absolute cavalcade of errors cost HCW, and on the night, PWÖ were much more so the well-functioning machine that they are. See there, BT and Renegade, both men with 2 eliminations to their names. But in the end, their stellar individual efforts did not lead to team success. They will have to walk to the back and console themselves, because on the night, it was Austria that was dominant. It was Pro Wrestling Österreich who leave Sopron in Hungary with all of the bragging rights.